Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood master chaos here. Hello to you. Let me bring the mic a little closer. I was getting things ready over here on my end, and I had some technical difficulties because I had the electrician over, but you don't need to know that. You just need to know that it's Tuesday after dark, or whenever the hell it is for you. You don't necessarily need to be here on Tuesdays, but if you're here watching live, thank you very much. Let's do it.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
Today's drink is, it's Mario Day, by the way, and we'll get to that in a moment. But today's drink, in honor of Mario, because I couldn't find the Mario drink. There was one, but I couldn't find the place I went to. Anyway, Shrek, keep it green. It is a lemon lime elixir. Ooh, boy. I hope it tastes like Shrek sweat. And I'll let you know. I'll let you know very shortly when I do try this. Today, jam-packed episode, as always, on Tuesdays. We like to keep this lively and love to keep this a variety show. Tons of information coming at you. We will be talking about Mario towards the end of the episode. There is a poll now in the live chat if you're watching live. Are you celebrating Mario Day? Yes? No? Who's Mario? And I like turtles. Make your voice heard, and we'll close the poll when we get to the Mario discussion at the end of tonight's Tuesday After Dark. Then, we are doing a Vinegar Syndrome unboxing. Finally, my February order is here, and I waited to open it for you. With you, I should say. We'll also be talking about the box office of the past weekend. Blu-rays and 4Ks coming this week. What can you look forward to? What are you interested in buying? We will also be breaking down the leaked plot of the new Resident Evil movie. Yes, I've got the whole thing. If you don't want spoilers, I'll let you know when that happens. But this is basically what the movie's going to be about. And personally, I'm not excited about it just because, well, they don't seem to ever get the adaptation of it all correctly. We will get to it. We will also be talking about Jennifer Runyon, the late Jennifer Runyon, who just passed this past weekend. Unfortunately, we'll have a little memorial for her as well. And a couple of new horror movies coming our way. One of them, a shocking sequel to a remake that wasn't bad. We'll talk about that in a moment. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining in with me. Let me check in with the chat really briefly. Kubrick is here. How are you, Kubrick? Thanks for coming in, as always. Forgot to rewind. It's going okay, man. It's been a little rough behind the scenes, but we won't get into that. This isn't therapy. But thanks for being here, as always, you guys. Appreciate you. Let's get right to it. Mr. Fruit? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything that rhymes. Let's just go. Hey, Spooky Ken is here as well. What's up, man? Good to see you as well. Okie dokie. Box office. This is for the week of March. Or weekend, I should say. March 6th through the 8th. My beloved Scream 7 dropped a whopping 73%. It was a massive, massive drop. It was a big drop. Yes, absolutely. Was a massive drop, but as of now, it is at 93 million total gross, and that is for the first 2 weeks. So it's still very successful. 17 million is nothing to laugh at. It would have been number one, of course. Pixar dethroned it. Scream and animated movies do not mix. Rio, which is a movie me and my family love, is, I think, one of the reasons that Scream 4 died. Because Rio came out at the same time. Everybody went to see Rio and they forgot Scream. It's unfortunate. So Hoppers seems to have taken a bite out of Scream 7. But it's still in there, and I'm pretty sure it'll be number 2 next weekend as well. It is on track to be the most successful film in the franchise, so good for them. Hopefully, on one of these pretty soon, maybe next week, I'll be able to announce Scream 8 is in production, because I'm hearing rumblings that is happening already. Now, here's the bad news for The Bride. It's pretty much DOA. I didn't get a chance to see it. I think all the bad press kind of shied me away from watching it. Although I do like a good bad movie. And also we just didn't have time on the weekend to watch it. And I wasn't going to take the kids. At first I was. But then I'm hearing it's not really appropriate. So I'm like, I'll just wait till it's at home, and my wife and I can stream it, just watch it ourselves. So I'm not in a hurry to check this out. Although I was excited for it, because I mean, Bonnie and Clyde Bride of Frankenstein sounds amazing, but apparently that's not what the movie really is. So, shocking. Anywho, oh, look at that. Hoppers had more theaters than Scream 7 and The Bride. Interesting. Well, it certainly helps to have 500 more theaters on your side. Interesting. Look at that. I wonder how that's decided. Anywho, 7 million for The Bride. That's gonna go down. I would imagine we're gonna see this in like maybe number 5 or number 6 next time. Zootopia is still in the running, even though it just came out to physical. And The Protector opened up at number 12. This is the new Mila Jovovich action movie. At just under 1 million from Magenta Light. And then there's another horror movie, Dolly, similar to the one that I made, Killer Doll, from IFC Films. This one opened at number 16, but hey, good for them. At least they got to play in theaters in a longer run than I had. Certainly more publicity for them as well. This is weird. IMAX is listed as a distributor for The Bride. That's bizarre. Did anybody see The Bride? Oh, hey, here we go. Ken said, I saw Bride. It was absolutely awful. Oh, man. I can't even imagine. I can't. I'm dying to see it, honestly. Diffin says The Bride looks like an Alan Smithy production. It does, except Maggie Gyllenhaal has taken full credit of whatever the hell she was attempting with that movie. But, I mean, people were saying it's the new Joker 2. Oh, my God. Bonkers. Anyway, that's the box office. Youngblood also opened up from Well-Go. That was in 21. It certainly didn't make much of a dent, but it only had 400 theaters. Well, yeah, that's not too bad, I guess, for 400 theaters. But not good enough. Avatar is still in the game there at 13th, though. Anybody see the Elvis Presley concert movie? I'm curious about that. Not curious enough to go see it, but I'm wondering if anybody's really interested in that. I mean, I guess enough that it's still in the top 10. Interesting. And Goat, I'm no interest in Goat myself. Anywho, there you go. There's the box office. I expect there is a rumor that Scream 7 is going to go to streaming by the end of March, which is nuts to me. It's so successful. I think that would kill any theatrical momentum. I really hope they don't do that. That would make no sense to me. But I will keep on top of that and let you guys know in case you're waiting for streaming to go check it out. But go support it in theaters. We need. I personally, I saw it a 5th time. I'm gonna go at least 2 more times. See it 7, just to round it out. I'm gonna help it every weekend, whenever possible. But that's just me. Forgot to rewind. It says Bride was bullshit too. Waste of money. Ooh boy. There you go. There you go. Two reviews for The Bride. Passing on that. Goodbye, Bride. But Scream 7, hang in there. Blu-ray 4K for the week. What's coming our way? Let's get past all these commercials. Can I close this? Yeah, come on. All right. March 10th, Mario Day. Why is it Mario Day, by the way? I'm sure you know, but if you don't, because the abbreviation for March is MAR, and then the 10 looks like I and an O. Mario. That's why. Stupid as hell, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay, March 10th. What do we got? Devil's Advocate 4K. I haven't seen that in a minute. Somewhere in Time 4K. Both these movies I haven't seen in a minute. I don't know that I need to own them in 4K. River Phoenix. Jimmy Reardon. Oh my God, Jimmy Reardon from Kino. No shit. Boy, that is a deep cut on that one. Peter Sellers' early classics coming from Kino as well. Little Amelie, I do want to watch this. This is nominated for Best Animated Film. I gotta check that out. Big Boob Buster is also nominated for Best Special Effects. I don't know if I'll ever catch up with that one, but it's on my list. It's on my list. I have a birthday coming up. Maybe I can convince my wife to buy it for me. Okay, Best Worst Movie. This is from our friends at TerrorVision. Hopefully it's in stock and actually coming out. Something called Busted Babies. What the hell? From 2024. Busted Babies. 87 minutes. A cinema stacking tale, breakable proportions, with extra immortal cheese and girls. That sounds like something OCN would put out. No thanks. Busted Babies. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna grab that one. The Mooch says, it's Big Boobs Buster Day for me as my Blu-ray came in. Well, celebrate. I hope you celebrate in your own special way with that film. I have a feeling it's one of those movies that promises nudity but doesn't have any. I don't know why I get that feeling. Like, oh, it's gonna be wall-to-wall boobs, but like the joke is it doesn't. I just have a feeling that's... Anyway, if anyone's seen it for real, let me know. Okay, Genie's face exploded? What the fuck are these movies? Year of the Rabbit, good cast on that. Blue Sunshine, 4K, good movie. Little Trouble Girls, what the fuck? Some strange-ass movies. Alright, well, we won't, we will not get into the 17th. 17th has the next Ilsa, I'm excited for that. I've got my pre-order in. But yeah, not much exciting, to be honest, for this week. Nothing I'm rushing out to get my hands on unless Big Boob Buster proves to be the masterpiece that we all hope it is. But who knows? Who knows? I don't think anyone's seen it yet, honestly. I think people are just kind of, you know, living off of the hype. I don't know. I think we're living off of the hype. Kubrick there says didn't like Rango. And forgot to rewind agrees. Kubrick was garbage. Yeah, I mean, sorry, not Kubrick's. Rango was garbage. Kubrick is great. Kubrick is a treasure. The user and the director. But yeah, Rango was weird. Weird choice of an animated movie. I don't know why. Off topic, but I decided to watch Turning Red. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched any of the new Pixar movies, so I'm going to go back and watch it. Man, Turning Red is a piece of shit. What an awful, stupid, boring movie. Dumb. Just bad. I don't know. Completely. It's off topic, but boy, was not a fan of that. Anyway, that's it. That's all that's coming this week. Nothing amazing. The complete Game of Thrones on 4K. I think that's already tainted for a lot of us. I'm going to crack into this real quick before we get into the next thing here. I'm going to close this so I can crack into this. How are you guys? How are you doing? Let me know about your day. How's your day been? I've been okay. It's rough. It's rough being an artist. Difficult. I'm trying to hang in. It's very hard, though. This is fucking delicious, though. Oh my god. It's delicious as hell. If you find this, get your hands on some Shrek juice. This thing is delicious. By the way, not sponsored by Shrek. Who the hell puts this out anyway? I have no idea. Not sponsored by Shrek juice, but I do enjoy a good bottle of Shrek. Hey Barrett, what's up? What's up, dude? No, feel free to lurk. It's been a while since we chatted. I hope you are well. Diffin says, watch Terra Firma today, so I'm top of the pops, baby. I love it. Dude, that movie is so fucking nuts. It stars a dear friend of mine, Debbie Rochon, in probably her craziest role. Lots of vomiting and diarrhea. It's not for everybody, but I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed that. Spooky Ken says, have you seen Satan's Slave or Santet? Would love your thoughts. I've seen both. The Satan's Slave, I know there's a remake. The one that I watched, it might have been the remake. Is this the one from, it's about Norman, okay, there's a Norman J. Warren movie, which is really good. Actually, I didn't rate that. But then there's the Indonesian one from 1980, which I gave 2 stars to. But so, if you're talking about the Norman J. Warren one, it's good. That's a good movie. And Santet was, okay. I didn't love it. I mean, I see I gave it 5 fucking stars or something. Well, no, the first one I gave 4, but I remember the second one wasn't good. What was Santet 2 called? Oh, yeah, Tiger Woman. 1 star, yeah. So the first one's good, second one sucks. There you go. Real Rambo says, MC, I love how you and Blake tried to argue about Scream 7, but the majority of the stream was just the two of you obsessing over y'all's favorite horror franchise. That, you know what? It's always fun to just chat with a buddy, regardless of what side. I mean, it's kind of what we do for the Vinegar Syndrome thing. It doesn't really matter, you know. I think I certainly hope them see the movie in a different light. I hope so anyway. I hope when he reviews it again, it sits better for him. Barrett says, "I have an ex who wants to kill me for no reason." Oh shit! No way. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hang in there. Hang in there. Restraining order? I don't know. Hang in there. Lock your doors. You never know what can happen. Alright, let's get back to it. I just wanted to take a little moose juice break. He's not a moose. What the fuck is he? A troll? What the fuck is Shrek? Ogre. He's an ogre. Okie dokie. Speaking of Scream, I wanted to highlight this for a couple of reasons, but you may or may not be interested. But I said I'm going to cover everything. There's 2 new ghost faces coming from Funko Pops, and they revealed 3 special ones coming later this year, which I'll talk about in a moment. First is a metallic ghost face VHS cover pop. It is $25 coming out in May with a silver face. I may or may not get this. I don't know that I need it. Although, if it's big enough and I can remove that case, I could put my other ghost faces in there, and that'd be kind of a good storage case for it. So I might do that. Thinking about it. Then this one is also coming out in May, and for $15, it's the Wasa ghost face from Scary Movie, which is pretty cool. I'm probably gonna buy it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it. Although I feel Scary Movie really took the sting out of Scream a little bit. Although hasn't hurt it necessarily. But I'm probably gonna buy this. But when this was announced, they also mentioned that, I don't know when exactly. I don't think in May, or else they would have mentioned it here. Sometime this year, we're finally gonna get. Are you ready for this? Sidney Prescott, Gale Weathers, and Dewey Riley Funko Pops from Scream. Oh yeah, I may be the only one excited for it, but I'm super excited for that news. I'm absolutely gonna get those. I kind of have a Neve Campbell one from The Craft. I mean, they made her character from The Craft. The fucking Craft has 1 movie. Scream has 7 movies. A TV show. What the fuck? It took them this long to get to Scream beyond Ghostface. I mean, I know there's different rights, but what the fuck, dude? So anyway, finally, Sidney Prescott, Gale Weathers, and Dewey from the first movie. I'm excited. Barrett says, "I also agree with Blake on damaged covers. She's completely nuts, maybe. I did file a complaint against her." Oh, gotcha. Okay. Maybe she's mad because her slip covers are damaged, and she blames you. I think that was it. I don't mean to make light. If it's a serious situation, I'm sorry, man. Kubrick, I love The Craft. I think The Craft is a good movie, but in terms of the pop culture lexicon, Scream is bigger than The Craft. It's kind of crazy to me. Real Rambo says, Funko Pop should have gone out of business years ago. I said what I said. I mean, for the longest time, I resisted buying them. But then they started to put out... Do I have them in here? Well, I got this. I'll show you one of these. They started to put out... Here, I'll close this to show you. They started to put out really cool-ass Ghostface ones and Chucky ones. I have a Chucky wall somewhere. And so, like, I couldn't help it. I'm a sucker for Chucky and Ghostface. So I'd get anything Chucky and Ghostface. So that's what got me into Funko Pops. Barrett says, I'm kind of amazed at the Funko Pop success. It is kind of nuts, but they've blown up, man. Kubrick says, aren't Funko Pops valuable? They can be. There's some that sell for, like, thousands of dollars. I certainly wouldn't buy it. But then again, there's the Pokemon people who, like, they'll buy cards. Fucking, oh, it's a gold Charizard. $10,000. I don't know. To me, that's stupid as hell. But then again, I buy movies I've never heard of. So I guess we're all in the same boat. Okay, so let's do an unboxing. Let's do the unboxing right now before I forget, because I'm going to forget this. I love these little They're changing up their little stickers. I wish they made bookmarks with the tape. I heard someone say they can do that, but you have to, like, preserve it off the box, and I don't do that shit. I'm excited for this because this comes with, and it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but finally in my hands, Demon Warp. Oh, man. Not a good movie, but I absolutely love this. Oh, is it gold? No. I thought there was foil on it, but it's just the lighting. I love this movie, and look, I'll be the first to tell you, it's not a good movie. Not a good movie, but it is exceptional because not only is it basically wall-to-wall nudity, but it's also wall-to-wall insanity. And I hate that they've polybagged the shit out of this, so it's harder to open it up. It's already dented, the slipcover. Luckily, I'm not like Blake, and I'm not going to have a shit fit. But I'm also not going to spend 20 minutes trying to do this with my nail. So regardless, anyway, Demon Warp. I'm excited for this. I may do a review on it. I mean, if you go to my letterbox, I already gave it 5 stars, so you know I love it. But I may do a full review of the 4K quality on a future Tuesday After Dark. Then next, I decided to take a chance on a little fancy dance. This is a double feature. Look at that. Crazy artwork on that. Now, I don't know that I love it, but it's kind of appealing to me. It's a double feature, and it comes with Sumo Do, Sumo Don't. These are Japanese comedies. One about, obviously, sumo, and then one about becoming a monk. It sounded fun. It sounded interesting. The trailers were kind of cool. And I love... Is it Connie? No. Film Movement. Film Movement put these out. So I decided to grab this. Not the craziest combo, right? Demon Warp and 2 Japanese family comedies. Reviews coming down the line. Or, you know what? I think Demon Warp for sure on Tuesday. But for members, if you're in my members portal, this will be reviewed for members only when I get around to it, and I promise it will happen. And Diffin says, if you threw a fit, you'd probably be infringing on Blake's copyrights. Oh, that's right. No, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm fine with it. I have no problem with any kind of dance or anything. As long as the movie plays, that's all I care about. Barrett says, I heard it's got a lot of topless ladies. Oh, it does. It does indeed. Pretty bonkers movie, man. Film Phantom, I'm with you. Demon Warp should have gotten the deluxe treatment. Absolutely. Kind of a shame. I feel they, I'm glad to have it. But I feel they shit the bed. Like, stuff like Tank Girl or, gosh, something that came out this month. I'm like, what? That got a slipcover? Or like a slip case and a booklet. I don't know. Whatever. I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it. It's not. It will not. It will not kill me either way. Barrett says, given the amount of business you two do for VS, I think they'd take extra care on your orders. Well, I would say we're probably the most critical of Vinegar Syndrome as well, so I think that might be it it as well. Body of Evidence, yeah, that's one. Like, what the fuck? Body of Evidence? Come on, man. There's more nudity in Demon Warp. Well, regardless, I'm happy to have it. It's exciting to finally get a nice version of that movie, because all we've had for a while is just rough VHS rips on zoom this in on YouTube. Okay, let's bring it down a bit. We're gonna get a little sad, but I do want to address a very unfortunate passing. The beautiful Jennifer Runyon has passed away at the age of 65. Insane, man. 65 years old. Most will remember her as the girl Peter Venkman was trying to seduce in the beginning of Ghostbusters. I was a big fan. She was in Charles in Charge as well. Well, here, let me read this article from by Isabel Yip on NBC News. Jennifer Runyon, an actor known for roles in Ghostbusters and Charles in Charge, has died, according to her friends and family. She was 65. Bewitched actor Erin Murphy, who played Tabitha's daughter? Yeah. Or was she Tabitha? I think she was Tabitha. Yeah, she was Tabitha. Samantha was the mom. Okay, off topic. Erin Murphy shared on social media that Runyon died after a brief battle with cancer, calling Runyon a special lady. A family representative confirmed Runyon died Friday after a long and arduous journey that ended with her surrounded by her family. Runyon's daughter, Bailey Corman, honored her mother in a tribute carousel of photos and videos on Instagram. All of the best parts of me came from you. I would give anything for one more day together, Corman wrote in the caption of the post. Corman, who followed in her mother's footsteps as an actor and has been featured in roles in Sabrina and Jane the Virgin, also shared a photo of Runyon in a hospital bed with her 2 dogs. Runyon made her film debut in the 1980 holiday horror movie To All a Good Night, of course. That was sort of long lost, but that's something I think Vinegar Syndrome should bring us for Christmas now. To All a Good Night. Sort of an unsung Christmas horror movie. Before rising to fame on roles with roles in Ghostbusters and as Gwendolyn Pierce in Charles in Charge. Later, Runyon played Cindy Brady in the film A Very Brady Christmas and starred in The In Crowd. The actor married collegiate basketball coach Todd Corman in 1991, and the couple had 2 children together. After retiring, Runyon stepped back from the public eye, appearing in a few horror movies since her children were born in the early 1990s. In 2023, an interview for a horror movie podcast, Runyon shared that she worked with at-risk youths in high schools for 6 years after her retirement. That's amazing. So she helped young kids in high school after she sort of retired from acting to become a mom, which seems to be par for the course for a lot of these filmmakers. And obviously it's tough for a creator to keep working and juggle family. It's tough. Very tough. But she will be missed. And I mean, every time you see Ghostbusters, you know, it'll be a little sadder, especially after Egon and, well, Harold Ramis. But you know what I mean. Harold Ramis and now Jennifer Runyon. Kubrick says 65, too young to go. Yeah, unfortunately, cancer does not have a age limit. Diffin says Venkman had excellent taste. He did. Brent, what's up, man? He says Up the Creek with Jennifer was the first R-rated movie I snuck into, and I wasn't old enough to see it. Still a fun watch. I've been a minute, man. I gotta rewatch that. Kubrick says, sweet to have your dogs with you when you're passing. That is really nice. Jennifer, you will be missed. Thank you so much for your talent and sharing that with us and making the world a little brighter. Rest in peace. This one's for you. I'd pour one out, but I'm in my bedroom and it'll become a mess. Anyway, farewell. Lovely lady, take care of yourself. Wherever you are, I hope your family is well. Let's get to the horror movie news. Friday, March 6th, which was a few days ago. These are the new things that's always early release day, or a release day for new movies. We got some new movies. What's coming out? What should you be aware of? Lou Ferrigno's in a movie. What the hell? In his first creature role since The Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno plays a cannibalistic pig farmer. Pig farmer. What the fuck does that mean? He farms pigs? In The Hermit. This is going to be on VOD. So, there you go. Lou Ferrigno's a pig farmer. Melina Weissman and Anthony Turple star as self-absorbed teens dragged on a vacation to the woods. And then they have to fight him. And then Lou Ferrigno says, I'm very excited to announce my first horror movie, The Hermit. I've always been a big fan of scary movies, and I hope this one will be on everyone's list to watch. Alright, there you go. Lou Ferrigno is a pig farmer. What the fuck is this? Whistle. I hear this sucks, though. Dying is not a choice. Whistle, the latest from the Nun director Corn Hardy. The Cursed Object horror movie is now available at home via independent film company and Shudder. This is about a death whistle, and it stars Daphne Keene's boobs. Daphne Keene. Written by Owen Edgerton. Then The Bride. We know The Bride. We've talked about that, for better or worse. Then Dolly. This is embracing gritty craftsmanship and practical effects, a 1970s throwback movie. Dolly is now playing only in theaters, courtesy of IFC and Shudder. Shot on 16mm, the story centers on Macy, a young woman fighting for survival after being taken by a deranged, monstrous figure intent on raising her as their child. Dolly's been inspired by Texas Chainsaw, Hills Have Eyes, all that good stuff. Definitely something I'll eventually watch. But probably won't see it in theaters, but I'll eventually get to it. Strangers 3 is now available at home, for better or worse. I'd say for worse, stay away. You don't need to see it. Oh, is this out already? God damn, this was in theaters for like a week. Okay, Cold Storage is now available on digital at home, starring Joe Keery from Stranger Things and Georgina Campbell from Barbarian. It is now available at home. Written and directed by David Koepp, who is based on his novel. And this is the guy who wrote Jurassic Park. Pretty much almost any Steven Spielberg movie starting from Jurassic Park forward, he had a hand in. So, I've heard good things. Liam Neeson, I haven't seen it, but it didn't get much of a release. Alan Ritchson is on a next Netflix movie called War Machine. I didn't know this was horror. I thought it was like an action movie. Anyway, Reacher star Alan Ritchson battles a deadly otherworldly force in Netflix's new sci-fi action thriller War Machine, which looks to blend Terminator with Predator, now on Netflix. Dennis Quaid, Jai Courtney, Isai Morales, good cast. Directed by Patrick Hughes. I'll eventually get around to that. Oh my god, NFT. Does anybody even fucking remember NFTs? Is that even a thing? Oh, actually, it says it here. Remember NFTs? The world may have quickly moved on from the mass delusion that resulted in their worth and popularity, but a new indie movie is hoping it's not too late. NFT Cursed Images is now available on VOD outlets. 7 friends invest in a cursed NFT collection, but when the digital monsters escape into reality, their get-rich-quick scheme becomes a deadly fight for survival. Sounds dumb, but it could be good. Could be good. Well, there's a lot of stuff that came out. God damn. Okay, there's a movie called Heal. Suburban family intends to reform a young criminal by any means necessary. The twisted psychological thriller is now playing in select theaters and on digital outlets. I believe it's a foreign film, but I may be mistaken with these names. I feel it's a foreign film, but it doesn't necessarily say either way. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Okay, a woman navigates a complex journey of motherhood while confronting her deepest fears in Mother's Baby. It's a Dark Sky Films movie, so this might be coming to OCN through Vinegar Syndrome. Mother's Baby is directed by Joanna Motter, and it is a co-production between Austria, Switzerland, and Germany, and is now on VOD. Mother's Baby. Interesting. And that'll do for new releases. Anything in there wet your whistle? Let me know. Kubrick says Koepp is a good screenwriter. Didn't he write Panic Room? I believe so. He wrote a lot of stuff. He wrote a lot of stuff. Sis Jim says, I just watched Scream 7. I liked it, and I liked Dolly too. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Very, very glad to hear that. Defin says, I'll watch Lou's movie. Hell yeah, man. Let me know. Let me know if it's good. I'm curious about it. I'll eventually probably get around to it. The Defin says, I heard Jake and Logan Paul lost a shit ton of money on NFTs, and that amuses me. Me as well. Fuck them. That's funny. Okay, so I hinted at a sequel for a remake that's coming. This blew my mind. I didn't even think this was a possibility at all. Sorority Row is getting a sequel. I like this remake. Actually, I like the original too, but I thought the remake was really fun. I mean, it definitely used its cast well. It had a really good looking cast. It had some good kills from what I remember. I had a lot of fun with the remake. But Sorority Row screenwriter Josh Stolberg has been intermittently discussing a sequel to the remake. And now it seems an official announcement is on its way. You'll be hearing news very, very soon, Stolberg shared on Twitter. Exciting, he says. That's him. That's him saying that. Stolberg previously teased that several actors from the 2009 movie will reprise their roles. The cast included Brianna Evigan, Leah Pipes, Rumor Willis, Jamie Chung, Margot Harshman, Audrina Partridge, and the late Carrie Fisher. The film wasn't super successful, $27 million worldwide against a $12 million budget, so not a super successful movie. But it was a good movie. It was a solid-ass little movie. I don't know that a sequel will do very well, to be honest, but I'll be excited to see it. I don't know if you guys are. Do you guys even remember the Sorority Row remake? I'm down for it. Spooky Ken says Sorority Row remake has some good kills for sure. Yeah, decent movie, good looking cast. I'm happy. I'm excited for it. I think it'll certainly give us something. I think to look forward to more than the. Oh my god, why am I completely blanking on that one? I'll remember it in a minute. I Know You Did Last Summer. Oh my god, I Know What You Did Last Summer remake. Whatever the hell that was, garbage. Anywho, next piece of news. Who would like a side of bacon with their Kira Sedgwick? Well, you're gonna get it anyway. The movie is called Family Movie. Listen to this. This sounds insane. This could be really good or a huge vanity project. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick co-direct the meta horror comedy Family Movie, in which they star alongside their real children, Sosie Bacon, who was the lead in Smile, and Travis Bacon. I don't know if he's an actor, but I assume he is. I don't know. EW has revealed new stills from the film ahead of its world premiere at South by Southwest this Friday. Insane to me. Written by Dan Beers, the story follows a filmmaking family whose low-budget horror movie turns into a real-life slasher when a dead body shows up on set. Jack Smith, Kevin Bacon, is a washed-up indie filmmaker in the horror scene, and Ellen, Kira, is his supportive wife and longtime leading lady. Their daughter, Ula, Sosie, is also an actor who, unbeknownst to her dad, plans to exit his latest slasher in favor of a role she's landed on a TV series. Her brother Travis, is a musician and boom operator with dreams of becoming an MMA fighter. Okay. Despite some major financial concerns, the family comes together to help Jack make what might be his last movie, but the production goes off the rails when they learn that Ellen has more in common with the psycho killers from their films than anyone realized. I don't think we were necessarily looking for something to do together, Sedgwick tells EW. We pitched it to the kids thinking that they probably wouldn't be into it. I was so nervous. And they actually said yes. I was like, wait, what? You want to work with your parents? It was pretty monumental. Kevin... Okay, so this is the production people. There's the cast. That's what Travis looks like? He looks like, that's weird. He almost looks like, the guy from Strangeland, D. Snyder from Strangeland a little bit. Interesting. I'm guessing it's a horror movie. It doesn't really mention any kind of horror elements. I guess, so there's, I guess they become psycho killers? I'm not clear on what happens, but I kind of like that. I want it to be a surprise. Scoot McNair, I love him. Jackie Haley's in it. Love him. Interesting. Kevin Bacon, man. Him and his wife are making a horror movie. Look at that shit. Spooky Ken says, I don't know how you do a sequel, though, for Sorority Row. It's a new class. Just a new class of girls. It's the same thing. Same movie over and again. That's how you do it. New girls, maybe the other girls, the surviving girls come back. Maybe they're den mothers or whatever the hell, the house mothers. Maybe it's kind of like alumni reunion kind of thing. Easy. Writes itself, basically. Okay, we got some sad news. Not as sad as Jennifer passing, but the drive-in is no more. The last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs series finale aired, I think, on Friday. I believe it was Friday, yes. The last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs is coming to an end, but fear not, because the drive-in will never die. Shudder has announced the bummer news that tonight's season 7 finale will bring the beloved series to a close. But let me close these ads so we can chat without that annoyingness. Actually, that's coming out this week. Undertone. I may check it out, give you a review next Tuesday. But Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl will return for 4 brand new specials on Shudder throughout the rest of the year. In the series finale, the horror host will celebrate the weirdly wonderful world of genre cinema with a double feature, which is what he always does. They'll also take a look back at 7 years at the drive-in. Can you believe it's been 7 fucking years? Seems like he just got started over there. 8 years. 8 years. Jesus Christ. Insane to me. Final episode airs tonight. The first of the 4 new specials, Joe Bob's Wicked Witchy Wingding, will follow on April 24th. The double feature of occult flicks continues Briggs' eternal campaign to establish Walpurgisnacht as an American horror holiday. Joe Bob has been a Shudder staple since 2018, when his original 13-movie marathon broke the internet. Courtney Tomasma, EVP, linear and streaming products? What the hell? Okay, weird. Since then, he and Darcy the Mail Girl have continued to delight Shudder fans with double features and seasonal specials tailored to horror buffs and cinephiles alike, always offering plenty of surprises. We look forward to sharing these 4 new specials with drive-in mutants everywhere. Across 7 seasons and numerous specials of the last 8 years, Briggs and Darcy have hosted over 200 movies on Shudder. Pretty monumental that they were able to resurrect Joe Bob, and he had a pretty decent run. I think certainly a new audience discovered him, and certainly discovered Diana Prince. Google is your friend there. And it's not completely gone. We're going to get a couple, 4 more specials before the end of the year. But the show itself is done, and I'm going to predict that means that Shudder is done, because a lot of the people will really subscribe to Shudder for him. So I'm expecting that to be the case. Diffin says Tubi needs to pick up Joe Bob. Kubrick says Joe Bob and Darcy have something up their sleeves, my friend says. Ooh, interesting. I'm sure Tubi makes sense. I'm sure some other network would pick them up. It makes sense to keep it going. I can't imagine that he's just gonna go off into the night. Kubrick also says, great show. Saw him at Alamo Drafthouse showing Texas Chainsaw, which I think is his favorite film. And I think I saw a screening of Boxer's Oming. Oh wow, two great doubles right there. Barrett says, I miss drive-ins. We used to have about 20 down here in town. Where's your town, if you don't mind saying? 20 is nuts. When I lived in Miami, we had one, but we had to drive like an hour and a half to go there. But we went there, and it was a hoot. It was a good time. It's a shame that this generation will not know the drive-in, unfortunately. But anyway, Joe Bob is off the air for now, but who knows? When I hear anything, I will report back here on Tuesday After Dark. Alright, now, this is pretty weird, and I mentioned spoilers. Oh, the Spooky Ken the Mahoney drive-in is the best, only drive-in that shows flicks in 35. I've heard good things. It's a little far for me, but that's definitely one I want to check out. Texas, okay. San Antonio, nice, man. Wow. That's pretty amazing. You had it within walking distance. That's incredible. Alright, we're going to get into spoiler territory here. Now, again, things can change. This is not confirmed, but I'm not sure if you're interested or you give 2 shits about it, but I think it's quite interesting, and I'm excited to get your take on this new development. This is from Bastidores on X. Last week, the script for Zack Creggar's new Resident Evil movie leaked online. The material was even published online, but was quickly removed due to copyright issues. Below, we've gathered some plot details. So I'm going to go through this mainly to illustrate how, for some reason, they can never, ever, ever adapt a Resident Evil movie in a satisfying way. And it's so frustrating that for some reason this franchise keeps being given the short end of the adaptation stick. And to be clear, the story that we're about to read sounds like it might be an okay movie, just kind of an okay horror movie on its own. But as a Resident Evil movie, I think a lot of people will be very disappointed. And I mean, I hate to say, but I do think Zack's gonna have a flop on his hands. I think it's gonna flop. Allow me to give you the breakdown. The protagonist will be Brian, played by Austin Abrams, this guy right here. He was in Weapons. The story follows his desperate race to reach his pregnant wife, trapped in Raccoon City during the outbreak, the zombie outbreak, if you're not following along with the whole thing. During the journey, Brian also ends up getting infected while trying to deliver an antivirus that could save lives. The situation spirals completely out of control. Along the way, he doesn't face just common zombies. The leak describes bizarre creatures like dogs infected with mouths full of tentacles, zombies that vomit acid, and even zombie children. Not necessarily Resident Evil characters. Keep that in mind. In the end, he transforms without realizing it and ends up killing people who were trying to develop the cure, in an outcome described as dark and disturbing. Based on the leaks, the film seems to have a horror tone with slapstick comedy, full of absurd situations amid the chaos. The premise mixes horror with grotesque and exaggerated humor. Images from the set confirm some information from the film's leaked script. In one of the photos, Brian, the character played by Austin Abrams, appears running with a medical briefcase, which may be the antivirus. And then the rest, that's it. And the rest of it is people commenting like, what the fuck? Why can't they get it right? So that's the plot for Zack Creggar's Resident Evil movie. It's a guy trying to get from point A to point B to deliver, an antivirus to his pregnant wife. Not exactly Resident Evil, but could be the plot of a game. But it's not. This is supposed to be an adaptation for Resident Evil. That feels like a side quest movie. I don't know. I feel like, again, it could be kind of an okay horror movie on its own, but because it's Resident Evil, I think he's going too far afield. Spooky Ken says, I love Barbarian. Weapons is a tad overrated. Chris says, I recommend the animated Resident Evil movies. Oh, I've heard good things about those. Sis Jim, I hope this movie is more horror than action. It seems like it's going to be an action comedy with zombie babies. The premise mixes horror with grotesque and exaggerated humor, full of absurd situations and slapstick comedy. Nothing says slapstick comedy like zombie children and zombie acid. Interesting. I feel like this is not the kind of thing that's going to take off. I feel like this is going to be reviewed quite poorly. Just tell the fucking story. It's already there. Just adapt it in an interesting way. That's okay, but Spooky Ken is with me. As a huge Resident Evil fan, this sounds like total ass. Absolutely agree. Dumb. The story's there already, man. We've never gotten maybe that Welcome to Raccoon City was kind of close, but not really. We've never gotten a straight adaptation. And it is frustrating. It looks like this one is going to be another weirdo situation, and I think they're going to feel really stupid for giving Zack Creggar carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wanted, because they said that's what they did. And I mentioned it on a previous Tuesday that I feel that's going to hurt the franchise, and clearly it does. Not happy about that. Not happy about that. Alright. It is Mario Day. Let me close the poll before I forget. By the way, if you haven't, slam the thumbs up. It's your ticket to the show. Thank you so much. Highly, highly, highly appreciated. Helps the video, helps the channel, all that good stuff. Alright. Now, I knew if I put this, people would vote for it. Okay, so the question was, are you celebrating Mario Day? 52% said no. 32% say, I like turtles. Which is King Koopa, by the way. And 8% said yes. And another 8% said, who's Mario? So clearly, video games isn't something that interests this audience. But, well, we're going to talk about it anyway. Because, or else I would have to close the stream early. And I don't want to do that. I want to hang out with you. Nintendo kicks off a March 10th, with a new look at Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. I don't know if you guys are excited for it. I'm kind of interested in Super Mario Galaxy. I love the first one. I don't own it, but I really like the first one. My son did as well, so we're definitely going to see the second movie. I think it's going to do well. It may even be a $1 billion movie. Who knows? I don't even remember what the other one did. I don't remember what the other one did. But I'm assuming it was a big deal. Enough to get a sequel. Anyway, so, what else are we going to get for Mario Day? What are they doing to celebrate Mario Day, man? Everybody wants to fucking know. Well, we're going to get a new trailer for the movie that comes out on April Fool's Day. We will be live here, me and Blake. Also, me and Blake are coming Friday the 13th to discuss whatever secret announcement Vinegar Syndrome is dropping, but we all know what it is anyway. You get exclusive Nintendo content today. Unlock, whatever, some random stuff there that doesn't apply to us unless you're really into Nintendo stuff. I'm going to highlight it like this, so if you feel free to pause and read. Excuse me, pardon me. New trailers for Nintendo Switch 2 games featuring Mario and friends. The games Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and then Meet Up in Bell Park. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm guessing that's a game. And then Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is looks like that's a game as well. There's some new Luigi stuff. You get some Mario Kart stuff for Lego. Pretty sweet. As you'll see here, this gentleman here is in love with his. Look at this guy's face. Look at how much love he has. Look at that. He's like, I did it. I accomplished it. I made my Lego Luigi. Now I am a true badass. Look at this guy. He's so happy about that. Man, this actor should get an Oscar for selling the shit out of this. Like, look how proud he is of his little Lego Luigi guy. How much is that shit? Does it say? No, it doesn't say here. $50. $80 probably. I'll say $80. Does it link? If it links to a page, we'll go check on it. $80. I'll say $80. Anyway, look how happy he is. Good for him. Special offers on games starring Mario and friends. I have not played a Mario game since the first Nintendo. Maybe no, Super Nintendo. But I never owned a Super Nintendo. I would play it at TC's house because they had all the systems. So I went over to Tracker's house for that. New releases for Nintendo Classics, expansion packs for Donkey Kong and Virtual Boy, which they have a new Virtual Boy up, which is kind of incredibly strange. There are some in-person events, which have happened already by the time you're reading this. But it looks like, yeah, they're making it a big deal, baby. Oh, look, you can get the. I thought this sold out. Oh, is this a controller? No, they fucking have it. The Virtual Boy for $100. How nuts, dude? What is this? What is free? Why is this free and this? Well, I don't know. But I ain't getting the Virtual Boy. If you don't remember the Virtual Boy, She was all red. Just gave you a headache. Barrett says, where the hell is Wario? Oh, Wario. There's no W month, so fuck him. He doesn't get, he doesn't get anything because there's no month for him. Sydney says you're about $100 low on that Lego price. All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, well, here we go. It's $170. God damn. $170 for him, and I'm guessing Luigi's the same. Woo, baby. Mario, that's the way to celebrate Mario. Jesus Christ, dude. $170. There you go. I'm personally not doing anything for Mario Day. Not, it was not for me. Barrett saying the animated Resident Evil movies are closer to actual horror. Okay. Interesting. Diffin says, it was amazing. Whoever made that should be doing the RE movies. Let's see. I watched a trailer recently for something to do with Resident Evil about a mother and her young daughter trying to survive. Oh, yeah. That was a commercial for the 9th game. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Kubrick says, Mario Brothers is mad to me, not a video game guy. That's cool. No worries. Sis Jim says, what is Vincent dropping Friday the 13th? Well, alright. Let's go over there real quick. I'll tell you exactly what they're dropping. I know most people know, but I'll mention it. Oh, Office Killer. This is the one. Fuck you, Office Killer. Office Killer gets a fucking slipcase, but this terrific classic just gets a regular slip. What the hell kind of world are we living in? Anyway, Friday the 13th. One mask goes on and another comes off. Prepare yourself. Here's what's coming. They're going to re-release Unmasked Part 25, which is currently sold out. It's a good little movie, kind of a spoof on, Jason movies. This is sold out. So here's what I'm thinking. They're going to bring it back in stock, with a new slipcover. Potentially a 4K upgrade, but it doesn't really need 4K, to be honest, at all. It's a good movie, but I think that's the number one thing they're going to do, because they said it in their wording. It doesn't say it here, but in their email they said it was an old classic, or dusting off an old classic, and then there's going to be a VSL. Now, the VSL is going to be a foreign slasher movie, and honestly, that could be fucking anything. But 100% Unmasked Part 25 is coming. Whether you want it or not, and I don't, and so I'm talking to Blake, and we're already not excited about it, but we will still do a stream to hang out with you guys, and just shit around about the announcement. Kubrick says, speaking of Donkey Kong, have you heard of that documentary called King of Kong? Ebert and Roper really loved that. Oh yeah, that was really good. That was pretty good. Barrett is also a fan. King of Kong is good. The guy cheated. Yeah, that was a really good documentary. It's rare. There's some documentaries like that really have a spark of like genius. That one was really pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Diffin says it's probably gonna be some crappy giallo with no boobs. It's probably not gonna be something great. I think that's clearly what's gonna happen. Douglas, what's up, man? Welcome. Just saw The Protector with Mila Jovovich at the theater. 4 stars. Last year, you all should have seen In the Lost Lands with her and David Bautista. Oh, that one just kind of came and went. So, are you seriously? Oh wait, are you Mila Jovovich? I think you're Mila Jovovich, dude. Are you saying 4 stars? Because I've heard nothing but negative things for it. Like, people are saying, I can't believe how bad this was. I believe you, but man, I don't know. That's crazy. 4 stars, okay. Well, now it's higher on my to-watch list. Spooky Ken time. Did you wind up pre-ordering Susanna? No, I did not. I will eventually get it, but I might wait for Amazon. usually because it's like $10-20 cheaper on Amazon, so I might just wait for that. But I will eventually get it. I think that's something I will eventually get. Anywho, Bugaboo. Before I leave, is there any old business we should talk about? Any new business? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't remember. No, I think I covered everything. I'm gonna look at my notes. I think I covered all the events. Come on. It doesn't see me in the dark. Hold on. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. Again, highly recommend the Shrek juice. Quite delightful, actually. Does not taste like swamp ass, which is what I thought it would, but no, it's a nice. I mean, it's kind of like Sprite. It's like a Sprite 7-Uppy kind of thing. Okay, my brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an honor and a pleasure to hang out with you this Tuesday after dark. Let's do it again sometime. Hey, how about next Tuesday? So, until we meet again, well, I'll see you Friday for the Vinegar Syndrome thing, Friday the 13th. Depending on when you're watching this, it may have passed. Go back and watch that. That was a lot of fun. Or I'm assuming it will be. And then Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel is over on Lady Shawshaw's channel. We got a couple of really shitty movies. Monstered and Halitosis. Ooh, painfully disgusting. But if I don't see you then, I guess I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, y'all ready for this?